Welcome to another episode of From Scribble to Skyrocket. This was an episode that I've been looking forward to doing, and it came about through when I was listening to YouGet Podcast, episode 134 to be exact. So I was very inspired by that specific episode because, as you know, this podcast is about preparation for change, and specifically is where I'm documenting my preparation for my sabbatical. So listening to pretty much what was like a testimony of that's what I'd call it, like a testimony. I was just like, no, I need to get in touch. I need to get the backstory to it, get the, how did you go about it? But obviously before then, I am joined with a special guest who I will allow him to introduce himself.
Hi, my name is Melly. I'm from the YouGet Podcast. I'm here today to talk about all things testimonial, apparently.
Yes, all things testimonial. No, this is it, because the thing is, I'm not going to go into the content because I want people to go to YouGet Podcast to listen to it.
Of course.
So hence,
Okay.
But when I was listening to it and obviously hearing like what you got out of it and stuff, I was just like, so that's the other side.
Yeah,
I was just like,
that's the awakening.
That's the awakening. Is that what I've got to look forward to?
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God. First thing, so you went to Japan.
Yes.
For a month.
Yeah.
What came first, destination or the duration?
Okay, so it was 100% the destination.
Okay.
So Japan has always been a thing for me for the last 5 years. There was versions of this trip that existed before I went. Eventually, there was a last trip. There was maybe you wait and maybe you do a vacation, or maybe you do a family trip.
Yeah.
Bring all the siblings together, etc. And eventually, it kind of settled on me towards actually booking a trip that I need a solo trip. I've never done one before.
Okay. And you felt that this was Japan was best suited for solo trip?
Yeah, because it was just going to be, I don't know the language, I don't know anyone there, I can't read it. Mm-hmm. Obviously, all those years of watching cartoons are not going to help. So I kind of wanted to throw myself in the deep end.
Mm.
I spoke to a friend of mine before, and he said solo traveling will remind you or educate you about who you are and how you're perceived. There's a saying, or there's a wording about there's general self-awareness and there's awareness of self-awareness. So it's kind of like, you know who you are as like self-aware, but are you aware of how others perceive you?
Got you.
And I'm just sitting by a lake, and this is going to sound so like movie, but this actually happened. Sitting by a lake, an old man and his son come up to me, and they're talking to me, and they were like, first they started with saying, nice haircut. I'm not going to do the Japanese accent, but it was very like mystical, like nice haircut. And we were talking like, where you from? And they were asking about my age, blah, blah, blah. And then they gave me like a leaflet, and it was like, had like a Bible scripture on it. And then they were like, oh, we're Jehovah's Witnesses. And then like, my gut instinct was like, how on earth did you find me all the way here? Because I'm thinking like, how? Literally, you knock on my door in London, and I can normally see you guys coming from a mile away. You actually got me in Japan. As much as I'm appreciating nature and like this foreign land and people being, I think it was one of the parts that triggered it was people just being so kind to me.
Yeah.
It was.
Did you find that suspicious initially?
Initially, I was.
When people smile at you on the street, I'm already like, oh, why are you smiling?
Okay, so
I'll smile back now.
So when I landed, I was just grinning at everyone because obviously I just landed, so I'm just grinning, and then people being so helpful, and then obviously I had that thing in me where I was like, wait a minute, I'm black, so I gotta be like, if anyone looks at me funny, I'm gonna look at them funny. But it was like, okay, the first hour, second hour, and then like you're just traveling in like getting to your hotel, and nobody is even second, like even like, what's he doing here? Like nothing. I mean, I've had stranger looks on my commute to the office. Like it was so surreal that, when they say, when you're a foreigner, you go to a country, they will like video you or like say, can I have pictures? I was the one doing the whole like, oh my gosh, look at these people. It was me. It was in their country recording them, like wanting to record them and feeling that need.
Were there any like mannerisms that you felt you had to, I guess, drop? Any Western influence mannerism that you felt you had to drop in able to be more open-minded to receive the things or to get the most out of it.
100%.
But there were these things that you kind of preempted, or was it more as you went along?
No, I would 100% say respect was a big thing. Not that I'm a disrespectful person, but the intent of respect. So there's a thing in Japan, whatever you do, whether you receive something or give something, you go past someone, you make way. Here in the UK, you do like a little grin, like the thumbs up or whatever. There you say arigato gozaimasu, and you mean it sincerely. Okay. So it could be in a restaurant, they serve you. As soon as you leave, arigato gozaimasu, and that basically means thank you very much sincerely, right? So one of the biggest things I took on there was gratitude. Like just finding gratitude in the small things. Someone let you through on the train. Somebody saying you can sit next to me. Yeah. Somebody getting up for an old lady. The smallest stuff that was kind of chipping away at these things that you just think like, oh, that's nothing. I can just give a little head nod. That was massive for me because it was something I've never seen before on a societal level. Remember, you see these things in small pockets, but in society, going through multiple cities, going to the countryside, and the countryside where you're like, people have never seen you before, right? Someone that you think, oh, I'm black, aren't they gonna know, like welcoming, like they can't speak your language, but they're just trying to communicate. Like, are you hungry, etc., etc. Having conversations with Google Translate with an old Japanese lady about I've already eaten. It's okay, grandma. It's helping a grandma across the street. Stuff like this, small stuff like this, just helping your fellow human being was in my 30 years living that pocket of time. I never felt so connected to my fellow person, despite different nationality, nothing connecting us to religion, nothing connecting us to community. Yeah. It was just like, you do what you do because of gratitude, because of respect, because of... It's like it's small stuff like this where it just daggers your day. And I realized that during that time, I hadn't complained. Every day was like a Cinderella, like a Disney princess. Like, I was singing, waking up. I was just like... You know, we just genuine graciousness, genuine gratitude. Yeah. And then it rained one day. I was like, oh, this sucks. And I caught myself saying that, wow, I haven't complained this whole trip. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I wanted to take when I got back home in terms of graciousness, gratitude, respect, and just love for the people, man. Yeah. So do you feel you have to nurture that while you're here? Yes, 100%. How are you actively nurturing? Okay, so... One of the biggest parts I've been doing is actually getting closer to my faith. Okay. That's been a big part actually since coming back from Japan, right? Going to Japan and coming back, if there was anything that, I wouldn't use the word lack, but something I could have worked on, was that I'd never taken an active role in, like my spiritual life. I've been very, very surfer dude, like, passive, and I'll thought to myself, life's about self-improvement, and why not delve into something where I felt like I was on the spiritual high anyway. To be honest, I felt like I was on the spiritual high coming back from the trip, and that's something that I want to facilitate. I wanted to grow, and to be honest, it's kind of helped everything that I learned and experienced in Japan be sustainable. Did you do any prep in terms of research in terms of you as a black man? No prep, gang. Or not to be like... I know myself. See, one of the biggest things before you travel, you need to know yourself. You need to know, are you the type of person that when you see something, it's locked in your mind and you can't get rid of it? So if I hear a negative experience, it's going to take my view. 100%, I'm going to move paranoid. I'm going to be like, I don't really go by myself. I said, there's enough anxiety in the world to spread it 10 times over. You're not going to seek it. I'm not going to seek it. Let it find me. If it finds me during my trip, cool, I can be like, damn, that was painful. Yeah, no prep. Mr. No prep. Nothing. I said, I'm going to take my camera. I'm going to take a bunch of a big ass suitcase. I'm never going to run out of clothes. And that's it. Simple. That's as simple as it is. And it was just the rest of cope. That was the energy. You're going to cope. Okay. Yeah. Come back. If I don't die and I come back alive, success. Free spirit, man. I don't like that. Yeah, Reggie. Yeah. People keep asking, what are you going to do when you go to Colombia? I don't know. Yeah. I actually don't know. I have a one-way ticket. I have not booked my return. Okay, I don't like that much freedom. I need to know. You need to know when you're back. I've got a return date at work, so I know when I need to be back, but I don't know which country I'm coming back from. Okay, yeah.
So when you broke the news to like friends and family that you were going alone,
Yeah.
what was the response? What was the reaction?
So my family were like, "Are you sure?" Like,
Are you sure because you're going alone or because you're going far? Or the
going alone.
No, because you're going alone. Like,
I was like, "Are you like, can we come?" That was the first thing. I was like, I remember they were like, first it was like, "Are you sure? Like, can we come?" And then I knew the "can we come" was, yeah, they want to come on a trip because it'll be fun. But it was like, no, because we don't want you to go by yourself. No, I was like, no, you shouldn't do it. I don't think I have anyone.
I don't think anyone would necessarily say no, but it's maybe the thing. Or maybe they're more like, but what about, or I heard.
To be fair, but
aren't you scared of this? Or
you know what? To be fair, with people that know me and love me, they probably said Japan for years.
Oh, okay. So it's not a surprise.
So it's more like, he's finally doing it.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is he going to do it? He is doing it. He's booked the ticket.
Let's see. So logistically, how did that go with work? Because
work was great. So I had 10 extra days and I did that one and have a great relationship with my manager. And I was like, look, can I go away for pretty much a month? And he was like, bruh. And he was like, we normally only do that for like people getting married and honeymoons. And I was like, yeah, but this is a solo trip to Japan I've always wanted to do. I just feel like I need it. And he was like, I got you. Like, you know what? Say no more.
Would you do it again?
100%. I don't think I'll do the solo traveling part again. I think I would always solo travel. I'll solo travel whenever the opportunity arises. But it's just like, I would definitely say coming back from a solo trip was like, okay, the emphasis is on like doing a trip with the OG family, your siblings, your parents, whether you've got nieces or nephews, like you want to do that again. That was a big thing for me. Like, I need to do a family trip.
Yeah.
Big thing like a French trip. Everyone bring, whether you got a partner or not, you need to all do that again. And then you think just like, okay, cool. A vacation, like a proper nice, like, not just like, oh, let's travel, let's knock out for a month, let's connect on a deeper level and come back spiritually renewed, man. So that's just how I'm feeling. That's how honestly I'm feeling, that there's so many different versions of a solo trip that you can do with people that you care about. But I think the unique thing about it is the intention to connect, whether it's with yourself or with the other people that you're going with, all about intentions.
Amazing. That's a beautiful note to close on as well.
I should let me finish on that.
Yeah, it's a good finish. It was a good finish.